What's going on, everybody? Chris, we know
You're
who's doing this to you
again?
now, Chris.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear what I'm saying?
I can't. You're breaking up. It's like I don't know, like a superhero anomaly or something. I'm not really sure.
Oh my god, I thought you actually couldn't hear me. I was like, god damn it, we got to restart this whole recording. What's going on, everybody? Critic and the Common Man here with another episode, another Wandavision review. Things are good. Things are finally good, Chris. We're on a pace now with WandaVision that we really need to be at. We've been talking about this. Episode 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a full review of WandaVision Episode 5. If you have not seen Episode 5, go ahead and click off of this, give it a watch, and then come back so you have been warned. All right, man, let's just set this straight. Can the comic book fans and the everyday watchers of WandaVision, can we all just get along? Okay, the first 3 episodes are out of the way. The comic book fans can love those episodes. Everybody else can hate those episodes for being too slow. We can have our disagreements, but now we're finally on a pace where everybody can enjoy this show. Can we all just get along?
And here's the thing. You can have the comic, storyline or whatever. Doesn't mean the show needs to be slow. You can have that source material and still make a good show. You can have the source material and still make a shitty show.
Right.
It just because the source material exists doesn't mean that this show is just automatically good. So we're just putting that out there.
It's just everywhere.
From a viewer point of
for,
view. Why make it if it's just for comic book fans? I'm sorry, that's not an excuse to say that it was too slow, but hey, let's forgive it. No. It's either good or it's bad. And unfortunately the first 3 episodes were slow.
We're gonna mend the rift right here. We are gonna bring everyone together.
Yeah.
Comic book fans, you guys had your first 3 episodes. You can love them and cherish them and enjoy the fact that you're the only ones that seem to enjoy what's going on. Everybody else, stop being so angry. The pace is where it needs to be. We had a feeling we were going to get here, Christopher, in a few episodes. I'm glad to say that we are here.
Not where I thought it would go, but...
Not where we thought it would go, but we can all move forward in a collective interest now in WandaVision. The pacing is where it needs to be. So we won't harp on it anymore. If you want to see our reviews of episode 1 through 3,
Danny, please stop drinking on the show.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm chugging down water. This is pure vodka right here. Okay, wow. Episode 5, still a lot to unpack. A lot of big things are happening. Still some big bombshells at the end. And I have some questions for you, Chris. Number 1, let's just go big picture first. What'd you think of Episode 5? We're moving forward pretty quickly here. Give me your thoughts.
I think this is where Episode 3 should have been. I think it should have... exactly. I think it should have been... I don't know. Hey. Sorry, folks. 1 second. Hey. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. I can hear you walking this way. You leave her alone. She's trying to sleep. She doesn't feel well. Thank you, Tenzin. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel this should have... I don't know. The pacing should have been at where it's at now at the beginning, because 4 episodes in, you're getting the same thing. I don't know.
We got to mend, Chris. We got to mend.
Right. Sorry. The point is, it's... I really like this episode. I think that obviously there were some big, secrets, big, whatever you want to call them, big drops.
Yes.
But no, it's just, it's nice to see Vision starting to kind of put things together. I'm really interested where this is going to go, because in the trailer, I believe you see him floating above the city looking down as Vision. Haven't seen that yet. So I think we're going to see him start to kind of become... not necessarily her antagonist. They're not gonna... I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they're gonna become enemies here.
I almost see Vision becoming the protagonist and Wanda now kind of turning into the antagonist. Again, we have not read the comic books, people. So again, I know there's people that already know what's happening. Again, we're trying to mend.
And here's the thing too. I'm looking at the show the way it is right now. You now have 2 heroes on one side and one on the other. Not only is Quicksilver a badass, we've seen that. We saw that in Mutants. We saw that in Sokovia in the Avengers: Age of Ultron. He's powerful as fuck because of his speed. And then you have her, which is bending reality. I am actually starting to seriously believe that Vision is back, but not in the same way that he was. I think he's changed, because just by them going to the costume and proving that it was real, it was just different.
Right. I have a big question for you. And again, we've already given our spoiler warning. If you're this far in, you should know, but I'm telling you, spoilers incoming right now. So if you hear this and don't want to, it's your own fault.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, so Quicksilver, when he shows up at the end, Chris, was that the same Quicksilver as...
No, not in Age of Ultron.
So that was the different Quicksilver from, like, the X-Men movies.
Yes, that's the big deal.
So now we're getting into, like, this whole multiverse thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the X-Men are connected to the MCU officially. And not just that, but the fact that they pointed fingers at it and poked fun at themselves when they were like, hey, they recast Quicksilver.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
She's like, she recast Pietro?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was in my opinion, whenever a movie or a show does that, I'm like, I'm on board. Sure. They changed the actor, but they're calling themselves out, so...
Yeah, but it's interesting because now we've got this whole multiverse thing, and we've already got an idea that this Spider-Man movie is going to have multiverse themes, or there will be a Spider-Man movie with multiverse themes. This next Phase 4 is going to be mind-melting,
yeah,
dude.
I think so.
It's going to be ridiculous when they finally pull... Like, the end game for whatever this Phase 4 is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because we are pulling characters from just everywhere at this point.
I'm telling you, I think the next Doctor Strange movie is going to be fucking insane.
It very well could be. It very well could be. I still have the question, and I've said this in pretty much every episode. I'm going to keep saying it because I still am interested. And leave a comment down below. I still don't know how long WandaVision is planning on running for. Is this a show that we're going to get 1, maybe 2 seasons of? I can't see this going past 2 seasons.
I can't either.
Maybe it won't even go past 1. I don't know. Because, again, they're in the 80s. So there's 8 episodes? This was episode 5. So 90s, 2000s, and then basically modern day towards the last one. Mm-hmm. So they will pretty much be at modern day right at the end of this season, which I don't think is a coincidence.
No.
And then, again, once they get to that modern day time, where are they going to go from there? That was always sort of our question, and we'll see. What do you think of her sons? Because this is sort of an interesting thing, too. What's going on with this?
I think she actually had kids. I think she bent reality to give herself children. Just like I think she bent reality to reanimate his corpse. Now, do I think the corpse of Vision looks like that? I don't think so. I think that if she were to let go of the facade or whatever, I think you're looking at a zombie corpse.
Ooh.
And I think that's why for a moment when she looked at him and broke concentration, he was looking like that. And he was like, what's wrong? I don't know. I don't know where this is going yet. I think Vision is back, but maybe not 100%. Her kids, I don't know. It felt a little strange to me that she was saying that you can't break rules and stuff, but then she's fucking warping time to have her family back. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure that's probably on purpose, but it's weird because it took me a while to like Wanda. I didn't like her. And now I'm already not liking her again. She feels like this angry teenager who's just lashing out at everybody. And it's just like, can you chill?
She's pretty angsty.
Yeah.
She seems pretty angsty. And every time something happens that she doesn't like, she kicks people out or reverses time and redoes things.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of angst going on.
And she's like aware that she's holding people hostage, but she's totally cool with it. That doesn't feel like Wanda to me. And it's kind of weird. It's annoying. I wish there was a little more reasoning as to why she is doing this. I'd like to know if I think it'd be cooler if maybe while she was gone, when she was blipped or whatever, something happened to her and it changed her, rather than it being like, oh, everybody I love is gone. Like, that's not fair. Like everybody's dealing with it, man.
Lost somebody, right? Like, she's not the only person that lost somebody. Even the people that came back to people missing,
right?
And then Tony Stark's dead. I mean, people died. Loki's dead, and there's a lot of people that were lost in this whole thing. And Vision, I'm sorry, first of all, he's not even really... Well, I guess he is kind of real because he's got the stone. I don't know. It's just...
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of angst going on in this one for sure.
And we've seen the posts about his eyes being different than they were. And
yes.
So I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe he's no longer a machine. I don't know. My point is that I don't like Wanda. And the motive that they're giving her just feels weak. But
I'm happy. Yeah, I can't say that I really like Wanda either, and I don't know if we're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to kind of be siding with Vision at this point, in that we get that Wanda's mad, but she's holding people hostage. And then when Vision like snaps that guy out of it, he's clearly in pain and freaked out.
Also,
and
sorry, not to interrupt, but the moment that they were
good.
like kind of about to like go to blows and they were both like hovering in the air, I couldn't help but laugh at how cheap it looked. And I'm sure it's because of the sitcom feel, but like they were both like clearly on a harness and like kind of slightly
up,
forward. Yeah, and I was just like, really, like you
like
have all this
off
budget
balance.
Yeah, I was like, come on, like you give us like you're trying to make this moment feel real, but then you give us this as like I don't know.
I loved how Wanda broke the fourth wall and came out of the hex.
Yes,
that was intense, and
you
that set up
some
real. I called it the hex. I like it. She came out of the hex and it set up some real danger.
Yeah.
Of course, the dude has to shoot a rocket at her, which is just fucking dumb. Like that was a cheesy way to set up that conflict. Like that's old school. Oh, we don't know it was armed, and then the evil army leader guy's like, fire the missiles.
Fire our shit! But I'm a little tired. Well, have a nap. Then fire the missiles!
You know, or kill the dinosaurs or whatever. And of course, like we've seen this before, but I like her breaking the fourth wall, coming out of the hex, setting up some real danger and intensity there.
And she says, "This is your one warning." Or what?
Right.
Or what are you gonna do?
I hope we find out.
Yeah.
I hope we find out this season. I don't know. We'll be in the 90s next episode. Her kids are growing rapidly. I agree with you. I think her boys are real. And I did like that she slowed them down and was like, don't keep time hopping forward to avoid your problems. I'm okay with where that's going. It was weird that they brought the dog in and then the neighbor lady found it dead.
Yeah.
I still feel like something's up with her. We talked about last time she was one of the few people that doesn't have an alibi at this point. I don't know. And now Pietro's in this thing. We got a lot to look forward to in the next few episodes, man. I'm happy with where we are. I'm happy that we're in a show now that's half inside, half outside of the hex. We're seeing it from both perspectives. Wanda's kind of traversing both worlds. Wanda's aware of what's going on now. We're aware of what's going on now. I'm really, really happy with where WandaVision is.
Also,
I think most people are.
I think it's important to note that she also seemingly unaware of a lot of what she's doing. Like, according to her, she didn't bring Pietro back, and I believe her. I think she is actually losing control of her powers.
Very good point. Or something else is going on. There's some sort of evil afoot.
Maybe.
There's evil afoot. Very interesting point. It could be that her reality is sort of evil, is falling apart a little bit. We'll just have to stay tuned and find out.
This is where we're gonna get the premise to the next few movies. I think this is going to she is going to break reality, and I think things are gonna fall apart and start kind of segueing into the next films. That's what I think.
I think it's a good point. I think it's a good theory. I also can imagine that Marvel is going to be pretty good about not breaking the fourth wall per se, but they're going to connect all of these things. It'll be an interesting dynamic to see TV shows being connected into movies. And I think it's a great way for Disney and Marvel to keep people watching all of their content. They're going to do it with Star Wars too, I think. But we're finally going to see things that are taking place in TV shows are now going to set up movies. And then things that happen in movies will spawn TV shows, as they always have. Pretty common to see movies that just break out into little TV shows. Pretty uncommon to see TV shows that end up having an impact on what movies we get later on. So going to be an interesting business model for them moving forward. Again, we've said it a million times. I don't know how many seasons of WandaVision we're going to get here, people. But we'll see. Let's mend the gap. I really want to move forward. We can all agree to disagree on the pacing of the first few episodes. I know that people like it or hate it for different reasons. Personally, me and you didn't love it. Clearly from our comments and things that we're getting, which I love, by the way. I appreciate the comments, even when it's criticism. I like that. Clearly, some people have valid reasons for liking the pacing.
And a love for it. That's what it comes from. It comes from a love for the Marvel Universe. And I think that's the most important thing. We're all here for the show. We just have different reasons. And I think that we as viewers have a right to our opinions in the same way that, the comic book readers have a right to their opinion. We're watching it in our way.
Right, you don't get to say that you like the show more than me because you read the comics.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. I mean, you may understand it more, but that doesn't necessarily mean you like it more or
Right.
less. I may not like it more or less than somebody, but that's it. WandaVision episode 5, everybody. We appreciate the watch. Jump on over to our Instagram, Critic and the Common Man, or go to our website, criticandthecommonman.com. Check out all our rankings. We're going to have a shop pretty soon where you can buy some T-shirts and some pretty cool gear.
We actually we got that shirt given out for the giveaway.
That's right.
It looked cozy, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looked soft.
I kind of want one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave away like a one-of-a-kind black and white shirt that's not even live yet. May have to go and be the second person, and then subsequently you and I, the second and third, to have those shirts. But we appreciate it, guys. Critic and the Common Man. Find us next week for our review of episode 6 of WandaVision. And that's it. Chris, you got anything else for episode 5?
No.
Then that's all I can ask for, man. That's all we can ask for. Ladies and gentlemen, Critic and the Common Man, episode 5, WandaVision. We will see you next week. Chris.
I lost you again.
Who's doing this to you, Christopher?
I can't. I can't hear you.
So long, everybody. Peace.
What?